The inspector's here. He's checking out my work. What do you think, buddy? Oh, those things are moving away from you. They're very scared of you, huh? Hey, welcome back to Pursuit of Happiness. The deck process continues. It's Saturday, 9 o'clock. I waited as long as I could. There has been progress made since the last video. Didn't want to bore you totally. I can't remember exactly. All of the decking is in. Hedges are cut of the upper deck, and I'm beginning the lower deck. So I'm making the lower deck level, and ultimately it's going to extend all the way over the patio and past the patio, the concrete patio here, all the way over to the other side. So this whole area will be covered in deck. The goal this weekend, I always have my goal and then my shooting for the stars. The goal this weekend is to get this first part of the lower deck framed out and the deck boards put in as far as I can go towards the patio, and then leaving it where I can continue on across the patio next weekend. I'm out of the state all next week, so I'll have a whole week where 5 days where I'll be gone and won't be able to do anything. So I really want to get this lower part deck framed out, the decking on it, the stairs up to this top platform done this weekend, and then I can not have to worry about the hot mess that I have going on, and Tammy and the kids can get up into the pool easier than trying to use either the original ladder, which is kind of just sitting there, or the new ladder. It'll just make it easier for them. What I'm gonna do this morning is I'm gonna start cutting the joists that go across here. I'm trimming off the post with a handsaw, and then I will put the rest of the joists in, and then I can start decking it. I have 2x12 that I bought last night that I'll be able to make the stringers with for the stairs. That'll be this afternoon once everything is decked. Let's hope for the best and let's see how it turns out. But first, I have somebody waiting for me at the door. Bye. Not pretty, but functional. Oscar, B, stop. So now all I have to do is go through and measure these out. Wow, major farmer's tan there. Measure out the joists one by one. I'm not a pro, not by a long stretch. So what I found was I tried to keep the pool as square to the house as I could, and the deck around the pool as square as I could, but it's just not perfect. I have about a 2-inch widening. The pool sits about 2 inches across, what, 30 feet? And then it's slightly leaning out that way. So I get progressively wider. I made this board straight with a plumb line, and I'm just compensating for this one being crooked. And then when I go further that way, it should start to be more even numbers and a little bit easier. But for now, I gotta measure each joist, cut each joist specifically for its spot, and put it up. So I'm gonna get going with that, and you enjoy the music in the background. Break's over, moving on. Gotta get that. Got Pandora playing now. Jimmy Buffett on Pandora. No, I don't have the rights to that song. YouTube, you can ding me for copyright. All right, so all joists are up. I've done the hangers down this side. Now I've got to put all the hangers up over there. It is just as fun as it sounds. It's 8 nails in each one. You're dealing with a board in the way, and you're dealing with hangers that want to spring open. This is loads of fun. Maddie, hit the music.
Speed this up.
Nobody else has to live through it. And just like that, done with joist hangers. Glad you didn't have to live through it. Now, the next step, carrying a ton of deck board. 16 foot, probably need 20, maybe 25 16-foot deck boards. They're in the front of the house, in the garage. Good times. That took 20 minutes to do those. So what I will do is I will cut to having deck boards out here. Okay, got all that done. Now to bring the joist in. I won't make you sit through this, so you can just sit here with your eyes closed and it'll happen instantly. Ready? All right, we're back. I decided to only bring half of the wood for now. Half of the wood that I think that I'm gonna need because I got tired of carrying wood, but I didn't want to keep having to move stuff around, have a whole bunch of wood piled there. So I'm gonna start with the longest, straightest whole area, and then there's this little bit right here that needs to be filled in going this way. So start with the one long straight line of the whole area, then I'll work to the right for the couple boards I need over here, maybe 3 board cut short, then I'll work to the left. So this is going to be my straight beginning line. We'll see how it turns out. Now what I want to do is make sure that this board is parallel to that edge. So I'm going to take some measurements, kind of see where it sits as it sits right now, and find the closest area, and that will be my point to start straight. This part is going to be underneath a storage box. That part's going to be underneath stairs. That's going to be a table over there. So even if I have to leave some small gaps along that wall over here, then it won't matter because it's going to be covered up. I'll put quarter round or some type of trim in there and hide all of that. So my whole goal here is to keep this as parallel as I can to the side over here. We'll see. This is the closest point. Okay, so what I did there was I'm sistering some boards, just putting 2 boards together. And the idea is that is where my joint is gonna meet up on every other board. So I've got these sistered together, give me a little bit thicker area to meet up. And then I split a joist down there. So I can do 81 and a half, 81 and a half, 81 and a half. And it's the same cut. The joints will be staggered every other board, but it'll fall on the same joist, and it'll be long, short, then short, long, long, short, short, long. Try to make it as assembly line as possible. Shout out to Henry Ford. So now I can screw down this board and that short board down there, put my next long one up, cut another one for here, and I'll have 2 of them here. And then I will start looking at this other side where everything's gonna be much shorter, and I'll see what I need to do from there. What's the chances that this will fit in here? Nah, it fits, but it's too long. That's okay. For every one that I cut off, I can put one in here. Not a terrible thing. Cool. All right, it is 6:17. It's late. I'm exhausted. I've been working since 8:30, and this is what I got done. So I was able to get all the decking laid. I still had some screws to put in, but my drill bit thing broke. So I can't put them in right now because it's way too frustrating. So I am done right now. This is the status of it. We've got the decking here. I got the decking up there. Pool, banana plant. It's almost a tropical paradise. Almost, not quite. Everything turned out pretty good today. Tomorrow we got church, and then lunch, and then Home Depot, and then I can come back. Tomorrow the goal is the stairs and putting the rest of these tons and tons of screws. Let me show you something. This was my bucket of 1,000 screws, and it is probably 3/4 gone. So I still got a ton of screws to put into here, but of course I have a second bucket of screws, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll get her done. Looks like I will be able to finish at least the project that I wanted to get done. There's Milo, very scared, very confused. He doesn't like all of this crap everywhere. But anyhow, I'll be able to get done what the main goal that I wanted to get done. This decking's up, just needs the rest of the screws put in. So really, technically, it wouldn't even kill it to be left as it is. I'm gonna start with the stairs, focus on the stairs tomorrow, and see if I can get that totally done. And then I'll go back to screwing down boards once I get the stairs done, because that I don't want to start with screwing down board and run out of time and not have enough time to finish the steps. So that's where we're at. One last thing, the inspector's here. He's checking out my work. What do you think, Beans? What do you think, buddy? Does it pass Oscar inspection? Does it pass inspection, big guy? Yeah, now you're dying to get up there, aren't you? Oscar, you like it? Beans. Oh, those things are moving away from you. They're very scared of you, huh? All right, buddy, let's go inside. It's dinner time. Thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with me, and hope you enjoyed it. It's not necessarily a how-to, it's just how I do it. You know, take it as a grain of salt. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. So, thanks for watching, and don't forget, pursue your happiness.